want to be your hand. I want to.
Welcome, everyone. We're back. Okay. Excuse me. Right. Yeah. So we're just helping right now. Because some shit went down. Some shit went down near the end of the last Tales of Arise stream. And we had a flashback with Alphen and Alphen's memories. And many questions. I have many questions. Let's see if any of them can get answered. Look around the area. Ganath Haros.
Niori.
Finish with the audio, get this shit together.
Hi. Damn it.
Here I come! Here I come! You're finished! Dragon Swarm!
Oh.
Dragon Swarm! You're mine! It's over! Here I come! You're finished! You're out! It's on! Eat dirt!
Alright, I don't have the blazing sword anymore. Shit.
Dragon Swarm!
Shion's gone.
Here I come! You're finished! Dragon Swarm!
No, stop it.
Blast the shock! Dragon Swarm! You're mine! It's over! Blast the shock!
Fuck. Oh no.
Double demon bang! Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Take this! Slap the shock! Slap the shock! Mirage! You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
Come on.
Double demon bang! Slap the shock! This one's all mine!
I wonder if I can't do
You
my
picked
Mystic
the
Bar
wrong-
anymore either because of,
You're
not having
mine!
the blazing sword anymore. Fuck. Alright.
Here I come!
Shit. Oh shit.
Looking good.
That's not great.
Double demon bang! Dragon Swarm! Strike! Blast the shock! Soaring light spear! Double demon bang! Double demon bang! Take this! You're finished!
did it.
Alvin?
Finwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, where are we?
Ganeth Heros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, then Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just
I'm debating
exhausted.
whether or not I should restart
Let's
the
save the
stream
catching up when we're back at the
because
village.
of the audio shit. Grinwell has joined the party. Dohalim has joined the party. Retired Avenger. I'll try and get this for her. Advance, increased evasion distance, reduced arc casting time during combos, and increased down damage. Alright. Trying to see what to get this for her though. Trying to see. No. Okay. See, I'm trying to see if there's one that like I may have already started. Doesn't seem like it. I think I'll get this. I'll start working on this. So on this title. Mostly for this. I'm way talking at that. Alpha. Is there one I was working on for you? But I should also probably get this for you, so. Wait, stand
We
by my
won.
screen. Sticky tentacle. Maybe I should have just used the gel. Let me go back just in case there's anything new I may have missed. Anything new to collect or pick up or whatever. crystal. It's probably shit in the water. Yeah. There's no one nearby? Oh, there it is. I was gonna examine it from here. Anything over here? Would they actually come out of the water to attack me, or are they just gonna keep shocking the water? I think they're just gonna keep shocking the water. Come at me, bitch.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Oh, I gotta swap these two. Their positions. I'm not used to having Ridwell on the left.
You.
Confiscated.
You're finished!
Is it hot? Just bash it out again.
Take it. Dance on the wind.
It's time!
On your knees.
You picked the wrong fight! Here I come!
Lightning already!
Being interrupted.
Now!
Raging Luna. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Nice.
I'm not done!
Shining Supernova!
Wow, we're becoming real heavy right now.
Dragon
If he was in the party.
Freeze Lancer! Here goes!
Can you take it?
I'll be sick now!
I'll grind you into dust. Light burst forth.
Another Radiant
Radiant
Genesis.
Genesis!
Alright.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Oh,
Speaking of Thistleum, it's populated by Danans, but
Almost
they're
forgot
not
the
under
owl.
the rule of any lord. Refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area is teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
apparently.
Really?
Seemingly.
Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder
Man,
if
he wouldn't be able to use the blade,
okay.
even if Shiano's around.
For now,
He wouldn't be able to use the
I believe
bleeding
we
sword
should hold
anyway.
off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to use the bleeding sword anyway, because it burned the shit out of his hands and he would actually feel the pain this time. How the fuck do I examine the owl? Oh shit. Can't like go around here, can I? That's the edge of the map. Like, I can't go around. So how the fuck? How the fuck do I examine this owl? Right eye patch. Covering must be worn over the right eye to conceal injuries, although many like wearing it simply because it looks cool. Okay. I need to try something. Because I'm pretty sure I found a left eye patch earlier.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Oh, have I unlocked fast travel plan? I didn't even do that. No. Can I even fast travel? No. Alright. These are all the hairstyles I got from DLC shits. Look at that, wow. Alright. Now we know what his face truly looks like. Yeah, okay. Alright, okay. Oh my god. Perfect. Perfect. It's perfect, perfect design right there. I love that I can do that. I have lifestyles that increase maturity.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
So there's an owl around here somewhere.
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well,
It's me.
did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first.
He got his memories back.
I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the spirit channeling ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renin maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? Why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
Laptop.
By
Almost
ancient,
died.
you mean...
So I forgot to
It
pull them
predates
first.
the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renin invasion of Dana. More than 300 years
You told me
ago.
Alphen is more than
300?
300 years old?
But that'd make Alphen...
How the fuck?
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being.
Maybe it's the Sovereign's power that lets him live so long?
Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
Alright.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Go on break. Alpha needs time to sort shit out in his head. And the party's been disbanded again.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
I mean, look, it's not like you wanted to kill those people. I think. Fast travel point, okay. Still can't fast travel though. And everyone's all fucking scattered. Where the hell are we? I see all kinds of trees around here I don't recognize. Is there any hope of us ever getting back to Mahagsar? Oh, these are some of the other people that were on the ship with us. I think. Beef. Okay, let's look like a bull. I think this is the first bull we've seen in the game so far. I like to survive a lot of death around me to get to where I am now, both as a slave and on my way to this place. I want us to live the rest of my days in peace and quiet, so please don't cause any trouble while you're here. I'll do my best, no promises though.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renin sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place?
Yeah.
And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her.
Oh,
Then again,
so Aori must have
this all
been
occurred
Shion's,
300 years ago.
distant ancestor.
What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renin, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renin. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record, but all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Yeah. I mean, we got answers to some of the questions I had, but I still have some fucking questions. And Dohalim staking out many of them. He's staking out some of them. Like, why a Danon to be sovereign? What does being sovereign even mean at this point? What the fuck is that ceremony? I got questions. We should be thinking about what needs to be done. Seems like there's been a big shipwreck. People and things have been washing in with the tide lately. Starfish. As I trample over them. If I didn't see shipwreck, I'm surprised I'm still alive. Yeah, it's a... I wonder if any of us are still alive, really. Got some sea bream. Surprised this place doesn't have a fishing spot. Surprised the last area didn't have a fishing spot either. Considering the, you know, right next to the ocean, it's like coastline. The coastline up ahead is swarming with Zoogles. I won't stop you from going, but don't bring any of them back to the village. That's where we came from.
What do you see out there?
Zoogles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
I think that would be a good time for you to reflect on things.
What will I even accomplish going alone?
Oh no, that's so sad. That's so sad though. He just says that. Oh,
What will I even accomplish going alone?
that's fucking depressing, dude. Shit. Of the end a bit. Try looking everywhere to find him, but I can't find Mahavar. Damn it, why he have to be the only one to have to go down with the ship? He's the captain, right? Please, it's just lay some eggs already. I want to eat something other than fish for once in my life.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like.
I caught that bot quick.
It's strange. When I think about Lenegus, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What
That's
about your
honestly pretty
hometown?
crazy.
Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt
Over
it.
300 years.
When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, Shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Xion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Alright. That just leaves alone. Taken from me, it's really hard to be all alone. I mean, I'm an introvert. I like being by myself. Are you one of the refugees from Pelagion? If so, I need to warn you about something. Our village is secret. For everyone's safety, don't do anything that could attract any random attention, alright? It's extremely important. I feel like that's some kind of flag. But I don't see anything here that's spoiling or poisonous. I feel like that might be foreshadowing something. Like this village getting nuked or some shit. It's important that we inspect everything we eat here carefully. There are no doctors or medicine here, so one wrong move and we'd be in trouble. Anything out in the water? Anything at all? That's not. Of course. I've never met any Denins before that didn't originally escape from Pelagion. You're not, going to drag us out to the run, are you? Just making sure. Nah, it's fine. Don't pay attention to the fact that I'm traveling with a former Renin Lord. I promise I won't rat you out to the Renins. Don't just take food without asking. Our crops are a vital source that have be shared with everyone here. This harvest looks like it's growing nice and healthy. These are going to taste great once they're ready to be and yum. It's got lettuce. Oh, that is probably potatoes. But no, those carrots might be carrots. Have I encountered carrots in this game yet? It's probably not going to be with all the rocks. No, I haven't. Huh. And yet the icon for all the food stuff or for all the vegetables anyway is a carrot. Weird. Tomatoes aren't a fucking vegetable. Once you escape Pelagion, you have to cross through marshlands, waterfalls, and forests before finally ending up here. The only thing left after that is ocean. There's nowhere else left to run, so if the Renins ever find us, we'll be in real trouble. Yeah, you know what? When you put it that way, this probably wasn't the best place to set up shop. If you make it through Shinefall Woods, and then... Oh. I forgot to do this. If you make it past through Shinefall Woods and then go past Arium Falls, you can see Pelagion out in the distance. Although just thinking about seeing that castle sends shivers down my spine, so it's not exactly a trip that I recommend taking personally. We got by here mostly on fishing and what few fields we're able to cultivate in the village. Sometimes we hunt and forage for fruits in the forest too, but that's a risky proposition, so we can't afford to go there as much as we like. Alright. Let's go talk to Law. See if there's anything we can grab over here too, actually. There's still a fucking owl somewhere. Is that it right there? Is that a starfish? Kinda looks like one of those starfruit from Destiny Island in Kingdom Hearts. Star hair clip. A hair clip with cloth fluttering out of a large star that brightens up the wearer's face instantly. Is there a cloth coming out of it? I don't... Hold on. Hold on. Didn't look like there was a cloth coming out of it. Oh, sure enough. That looked much bigger on the owl. Also, I didn't notice it had like that wing coming out of it either on the owl. Yeah, that looked much bigger on the owl. Guess that's the only thing to grab. Just the owl. Hey, Law.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
I
Do
can
I
feel
even
pain
have any
again,
right
man.
to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere too?
I highly doubt that.
Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man?
Harsh
Just give me
words
the
from
word
Law.
and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
I like
Listen,
this.
you're probably right about all this.
Alphen,
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion.
Damn
There's
right.
still so much that I... There I
Go
go
get her,
again.
Alphen. Go get the
So
girl.
much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
he could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
I believe in you, Alphen. Thanks a bunch, dude.
What will I even accomplish going
Yeah.
alone?
That's sad as hell. I can't jump off the cliff. Fucking 0 out of 10. Unplayable. Even this is bullshit. Oh, I can go in here. What's this place? Oh, it's just a random home? It's not even the inn. It's just a dwelling. This village is founded by survivors who fled the regime in Pelagion. They left in search of a better life away from the repressive rule of the Rena and ultimately settled upon here. It's been years since any more deserters have arrived from there, however. I'm not even sure how long at this point. What could have happened there that stopped the flow of people, I wonder? Probably fucking crack down on that shit. Either that, or I mean, the current Lord... The current Lord is that swordsman? If like that's the Lord of this place, which I think it is, considering he should be the only one left. He probably fucking slaughtered everyone. I wouldn't put it past him. Dude seemed bloodthirsty as shit. Got you? Outsiders? I've never seen anyone who's not from this realm before. Yeah, Grandpa told us never to talk to guys like you because you're scary and mean. So then why the fuck are you talking to me? Fucking stupid ass child. One of the reasons why this is the perfect place to hide is because of the mountains surrounding here. They shield us from the Rena's eyes. That's it. There's nothing here to collect or grab or... That's not. Weird. Just people to talk to? Alright, into the inn we go.
Alvin! There you are!
What is it?
Zoogles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you
does.
fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alvin, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Members who left have returned to your party. Bubbling Fighter Extraordinaire. That's an interesting title. Inferno Punch. Cool. Alright. What was I working on with Law? Doesn't look like there's any that are partially worked on. Alright, so what can we do here? Oh, alright, well, this one, because we should probably grab this for him. Kisara, I think already has PO prevention, right? Yeah, which is very good for her to have as the tank. Okay. She actually doesn't have anything to work on right now other than the DLC titles. I'll wait a bit before I start doing those. Power Strike Proficiency. We already looked at Grinwells and Doflames. I forget what I was working on. I think it was this one I was working on for Doflame.
Look,
Let me check something. I don't know. Alright,
fuck, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
let's go to the inn. Have a good meal before we go fight, get buff. Also, see if we can do any shopping or crafting. Check crafting first. I need 2 icicle things for this. I can make a refined thunder now. Ice stone and infused statue fragment. Bringing light part 2. And the dark wheels. I'm surprised that doesn't like enhance dark arts. Fucking Alpha gets 3, but everyone else seems to only get 2. Supreme Winged Gauntlets. Alright. So Wall's the first one to get a level of weapon higher than refined, I guess. Supreme Winged Gauntlets, Black Iron Gauntlets, Spirit Tails, and Lustrous Astral Crystals. Oh, Kasari gets 3 weapons to craft. Refined Feathered Shield, Revised Flashbang Shield, and Radiant Shield. I like the look of that shield, it's nice. This would look well, if I can get black colored armor for Kasari, this would look really well with that. So Frosty Vembrace, Sticky Tentacles, Ice Stones, Lustrous Astral Crystals, Refined Petrum Pool, Ice Stones, and Refined Tenebrous Staff, Tempest Fang. Alright. So the only one I can make, I think, is Alphin's Thunder thing. The refined thunder nail.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
I think everyone's accessories right now should be fine. Let me see if I can stock up on anything. Let's buy 2 of these. Buy like 6 of these. Ooh, that's expensive. Ooh, that's expensive. Maybe not. I'll buy 1. Oh shit, this is gonna get real expensive. Leather wolf armor. The wolf leather clothes. Armor, reachable vest, mantle. Carefully tanned for pristine quality, the hide remains as tough as the wolves that wear it. Oh boy, this is gonna get real expensive. Alright. Okay. Still a big minute in that shit. Nah. So everyone's got their wolf leather shit equipped. Is it
You
wise?
can never be too prepared. But did we have
Yes,
to spend so
Kasara.
much?
Yes, we did have to spend so much. It's a good thing that the rooms are free. Nothing fancy, but if you're simply looking for a place to rest that isn't outside, you're welcome to stay here. Alright, something that Kasara can cook, because we need her to cook shit to... We need her to cook shit to fucking unlock that title. Am I making an omelet yet? Kisara make it.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
I mean, listen, I'm from Caleglia, and the bed in Caleglia was exactly the same shit as this. So, imagine that being uncomfortable as shit to sleep on. There's no, like, cushioning or padding other than, like, a fucking thin... other than, like, a thin animal hide. I can collect the fish from over here now. I'm surprised that that's the only shit to collect in this entire fucking body of water. We're done for. Everyone's going to die. Why are there Zoogles here all of a sudden? Why now? Get inside, hurry. Let's see if we can actually go inside. Probably people in there that have new shit to say. Oh, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. Do you guys not know what's happening outside? I guess not. Listen, if we can't stop these Zoogles, y'all about to die. But we'll stop these Zoogles. Even if we try to flee on horseback, there's too many people to evacuate. And just where are we supposed to flee to? Has anyone thought about that? I had such a good harvest coming along until those Zoogles had to come in and ruin it. Oh, don't mind me trampling over your fucking crops. Just trying to talk to this dude. Crap, this is bad news. We've got to run now. I've never had to worry about Zoogles showing up here before, so why now? This village doesn't stand a chance. We don't even have weapons to defend ourselves. Interesting that they still have their stones embedded into their hands, even though they're escapees. Like, they didn't dig out their stones or anything. Or boats for that matter. Are we all just going to have to jump in the ocean and pray for the best? Zoogles are coming. Did the Rena finally sniff this village out? We have nowhere else to go. This village is all we have. Kick some Zoogle ass.
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come!
Oh, that's a lot. Oh, we have to play all of them at once?
We can't let
Shit.
even a thing.
So water... So they're all water, so we should be using fire. Not that Alphen has any fire arts anymore. I need to put Dofleem in here for the heals. Also, he can fucking bind these suckers, slow them down. Then Law is important for this shit. And I'm sure Rinwell... Does Rinwell have... Alright, and depending on whether or not Rinwell has fire arts, I don't know if Rinwell or Kisara have fire arts, actually. I don't think Rinwell does. She's got lightning arts. Kisara also does not have fire arts. But I'm gonna keep Rinwell in instead of Kisara, just because Renwell can probably, I'm pretty sure at least 2 of these fucking Zoogles on fight right now could use arts. So it'd be nice to have Renwell there to seal when we need him. Alright. So I need... Well, I don't have fire arts anyway, do I? Like, I don't have any arts that just straight up do fire. It's all just flaming sword shit that does fire. And I don't even have the flaming sword, the blazing sword rather, the blazing sword for like my boost attacks or anything. So I'll stay the same. Neither of these weapons have fire. But Riddle's thing is I need to turn off her water shit. Hell, do these fuckers even have fire shit? Nope. Awesome, great. So we're stuck with no fire arts. Wonderful. Oh, man. Alright. So there's no point going through anyone's equipment. I just might as well make sure that they all have their best weapon equipped.
On through. There's a firm no Zoogle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
You're mine!
No further.
What's this?
Green face and blood.
Resonate with you? Look sharp!
Lightning fire.
Not a chance!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open! Be my guest!
Leave them
Alright.
Blow them away! Here I come! Radiant light! Eat dirt!
Oh shit, that Zoogle just
Now I'm
fucking
real
died.
mad.
Lightning to death!
Take this!
Eagle Fly!
I'm not done! I'm ready!
Alright,
Descend! Flashing bang!
nice. That wasn't too bad. That's actually, you know, that actually went much smoother than I was expecting.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to...
Okay. Alright. And we're back, hopefully. Yes? Okay. Alright. So, stream went down. I can notice for a little bit. Don't know what the fuck happened there. That's so frustrating. It's so frustrating that happened. But whatever. We fucking move on. So you guys are gonna I went back and checked the recording to see where it stopped. I don't think you guys missed too much, just a couple skits. I probably won't go back at them even when we're at campfire, because fuck it. But long and short of it is, that dude, I forget his name already, but the dude who captained that boat, and took us to Almatria's boat, Almatria's big ass ship. That dude is nowhere to be found. He's probably dead, lost at sea, some shit. But there hasn't been any signs of like the ship itself being wrecked or sinking, because there hasn't been any debris washing up on shore or some shit. So who knows? The ship that he was on, the small one. And then there's also there was another skit where Rinwell and Kisara were talking, where Rinwell was like conflicted because she didn't know how to feel about Almatria and like her death and like her not really taking revenge on her. But Kisara comforted her and was just like, yeah, you probably did the right thing. It's fine. It doesn't have to make sense. And that's basically the long and short of it. Now we move on. God damn it, dude. It'd be nice if either Streamlabs OBS or the fucking Twitch stream manager could have some sort of audio cue to let me know, hey, your stream's fucking dead. That'd be nice. They would do that. Piece of shit. Anyway, you got a sub quest for me?
Okay.
You know how to fight Zoogles, yeah? Because I got a big favor, guys.
Why?
You do indeed appear to be in dire straits. I could have sworn we already wiped out all the Zoogles that were trying to get into this village, though. Oh, you did? These Zoogles ain't trying to attack us. They're stealing our fish. Your fish? Yeah, these ape Zoogles, they've got huge arms which they use to smash the surface of the water and create these big shockwaves. They do that to stun the fish, which makes them float to the surface and right for the taking. Somehow they learned how to do that recently, and they've gotten damn good at it because it's making the rest of us go hungry. That's quite the pickle you're in.
What?
Damn straight it is. It ain't like these fish grow on trees. That sort of fishing ain't good for our waters.
Is that so?
Oh, so that's your point of contention. The manner in which they fish, not the actual fishing part. You guys are the only ones that have what it takes to drive those crazy monkeys out. Can we count on you to help? See what we can do.
Okay.
Absolutely, we'll sort out these fishing Zoogles once and for all. I couldn't have put it better myself. As a fisher herself, this case has got her quite fired up, as you can see.
Great job.
That's why you're kind of here to help us out, man. Sorry to lay this on your feet, but we greatly appreciate it. Fishing friends.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
Everyone's got new shit to say. When I think about what would have happened if the Zoogles make it into the village, it sends chills down my spine. In the back of my heart, thank you all for stopping them. You guys should probably set up defenses or like learn how to fight or some shit, because we ain't gonna be here forever. You people must all be incredibly strong if you're able to fight off an entire herd of Zoogles. I don't know what we have done without you Outlanders. I owe you all my life a heartfelt thank you. Thank you all for stepping in. If you weren't here, we would have actually been in this place. When those things ran through here, I had no idea how I was ever going to recover. Promise you don't let the precious crops you save go to waste. You the folks who got rid of the Zoogles for us? Damn, you must know what you're doing to take those things on. Yeah, I'm pretty amazing, aren't I? Please, just lay some eggs already. You're saying the same shit. Alright, so some of them are all still saying the same shit. People in the duel are still saying the same shit. Seems like it. Yeah. Oh, and I don't know if you guys may have missed it, but yeah, Alvin is still getting used to the whole feeling pain thing. Yeah, I'm surprised there's no like fishing spot around here. But whatever. So I can't fast travel to any of the past realms, it looks like. Damn, I was actually kind of considering going back to Vicent? Yeah. To do some of the training shit. But can't do that. I can't even go to the Owl Forest. Shit. Damn. I want to go there too. It turned into my bullshit. I'm gonna go to the inn and rest real quick, just so I can get it, partially for the HP, but mostly just so I can top off my CP. Don't want to run out of CP. When I'm out on the field, you know. Can I make any of these? Alright, so we're heading out this way. Probably should have saved, you know what, let me save here. Before I get too far away from the village. Hiking through the
You
jungle.
sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
There's not one in this area.
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying
this
to
is
walk
that
through thick
fucking
soup.
Human
I can
kind of
hardly
heat.
breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by
Tropical
walking.
kind of heat.
All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered can be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you
Hot and
pass
bothered, you
out.
say. So I'm probably supposed to head up here. That goes to a new area. I want to see what's down here though. What's the order I should tackle this in? Okay, here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go in a circle around here first. Then I'll go down this way. And then clear out, see if there's anything around here. So I've already done this part. And then in here as well. And then go this way and that way. That's the plan. Yeah. Fast travel. Alright, so these are boards. I'm gonna need Kasara for this. Also, I already have Kasara. No, I definitely don't leave in here because he can substitute Shion as a healer. And I'll leave Kasara in there for now for these boards.
Hi, Hoodle!
You got any elements? Nope.
Beckons into everlasting darkness. Save you! Negative gate! Now we're nothing wrong!
I'll take out the legs with my shield.
Shit.
You're mine!
Down! Your arm!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Soaring red spear! Devastation!
Allow me to help you.
Everyone, get back! It's too dangerous!
Can't
Can't
get out of
very well.
this!
This world!
She got herself fucking cornered and now she's hurt. She's hurt. She's hurt. Pretty fucking bad.
Soaring red spear!
Regenerate! Allow me to help you. Raging Lunasaur!
I can do this all day!
Regeneration! You're finished! Soaring red
Regenerate!
spear! Devastation!
Falling
You're
storm!
out!
Lightning Supernova! Tiger Blade!
You're mine!
Power!
It's
Bloody
over!
Time to shine! Raging Storm! Celestial! Ice Whistle!
I'm ready! Go, Halim!
All yours, Kisara!
Nice. Hey, Kasara's got to be pretty fucking strong to be able to swing that like that.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Barbed crystal. Alright. Slug of barbed crystals. Alright, I need to fight.
That's no ordinary enemy.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Can you take it?
Lightning condemned! Thunderbolt!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
You're finished!
Thunder
Denied!
You're
Dance
mine!
in the wind! Air thrust! Photon blast!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Good! I'll leave it to you! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
You make me angry.
Now!
You're bad idea. I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Nice.
Show thy
Lightning
mercy!
Dance in the wind!
Radiant
Feel
light!
it!
Force of regeneration!
You're
Can carve through armor! Regenerate!
Take this!
Photon blast!
Appreciate the
Where
help.
that came from?
Crush!
Elusive
In
demon!
here now!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
It's badass. It's badass. I like that.
I feel the power flowing through me.
You'll be able to help even more people now.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I will.
Cool.
Man. And this place is thick with foliage.
Alright,
I
it's
know.
jungle. Well,
It feels
how
like we're going to be
happens.
swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Discourteous, aren't you?
You're mine!
Take this!
It's over!
Like astral energy!
Aw, too
You're
shy.
mine!
Here, let me help.
In here!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
I'll stop its charge.
deity! Rotating dragon swarm! Bestow thy mystic mercy!
Showtime! Here I come!
Another incantation ruined!
It's almost there.
Take this! You'll finish!
I'm
Soaring
ready!
Light Spear!
Thunder Field! Thanks so much for the
Charge the pumpkin sword.
in here! Forward up!
That's right.
You're mine! It's over!
Raging storm!
Their arcs were interrupted.
Here I come!
Dream!
Soaring Light Spear!
Make it rain! Frozen!
Hammer!
Nice.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
This way. Keep trying to get to a fight before the boost gauge runs
All
out.
we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Yep.
Little
But these guys are weak to water. So Rinwell, you don't have water. No, they are water. They're weak to fire. But no one has fire arts. Literally, no one has fire arts except for shields or whatever. I just need to make sure no one's going to be using water arts. Like Dohuli, for example. Or definitely Rinwell, because Rinwell's got a bunch of water arts. Still weird to me that she doesn't use... That she doesn't have any, like, not even like a simple fireball. It's weird to me. Almost missed that one. And that one. And that one. Jesus Christ. I gotta check this side just to make sure I fucking... Alright. We can keep Kasara this time. Law isn't gonna be able to help here, so... No, we're not gonna get Kasara.
On your take Simian test. I shall seal you where you stand.
Dragon Swarm!
Denied! Just what I needed! Lightning condemned!
Take this! Eat dirt!
Allow me to help you.
No escape!
Just
Dragon Swarm!
now!
Rinwell! Light burst force!
Radiant citizen!
My turn!
Nice.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Alright, see if we can get into another fight real quick.
I'll do my best.
Take this! You're finished! Thanks! Right!
Tempest
God damn it.
You're mine! You're finished!
Now you see what I can do!
Here I come!
Just what the
There you are!
Allow me to
Double
help you.
Demon Fang! Let's go!
Yeah, I don't have my Mystic Arts. Amazing sword.
Make it rain! Double me! In an instant! Impact Block!
A scream bathed in blood.
Shield and
Attack this together doesn't work.
Incantation ruined.
You're mine!
Regenerate!
It's fucking gone,
Here I
dude.
come!
He who
It's
prepares
over!
is free from
It's
regret.
on! Here I come! It's over! Make it rain! Double me! In an instant! Impact Block!
Alright.
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Alright, so that's this whole area cleared of enemies. I'm gonna have to go back and explore the collectibles, but boost gauge, so. Go this way.
Gotta break through! You're mine! No escape! You picked the wrong fight! Take this! Dragon Swarm! Soaring Light Spear!
Bestow thy mystic mercy.
denied.
Take this!
Make it
yours, Kisara.
Yeah, just use the Earth Arts and turn the shield into a giant fucking blade.
Take this! You're finished! Soaring Light Spear!
I'm ready. All yours, Kisara.
I can feel my power growing!
Alright. So back to another fight quick before Boost Gauge runs out.
Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch?
Great party.
Let's see what
I
we've
think
got.
that's pretty sure everyone still got
No
their
further.
everyone who's got water still got their water arts.
You picked the wrong fight! Here I try harder! Here I come!
Rotating pile
You're
driver.
finished!
Anything in armor is all mine.
It's over! Soaring Light Spear!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
None can! Soaring Light Spear!
Now we're not
Make it rain.
Nice. Damn, we've already burned through so much
a
CP.
comfortable win.
On this way. Right, yeah.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Guard up.
You're finished! Ha! Here I come! Take this! Blast the shock! Here I come!
Tiger blade.
Soaring Light Spear!
performance.
Falling down. Here.
Regenerate!
You picked the wrong fight!
Lightning condemned! I'm on a
Blast
roll!
the shock!
Bestow
You're mine! It's over!
Dohalim.
All yours, Kisara.
Now! Take this! Soaring Light Spear! Devastation! Come on! Take this! You're finished! Dragon Swarm! Blast the shock!
I'm ready.
Frozen!
Hammer.
We're all
I'm
good.
practically unstoppable. What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Fast travel point added. There's no fucking Zoogles down here. Shit, there's no Zoogles down here. Alright, boost gauge has run out. So let's go back and explore this circle and then this path down here. Then we'll rest here to regain our CP and health. And then we'll head up this way. That's what we got a fast travel point down here too. Over. Yeah. I wonder if the boost from the boost gauge is actually like worth enough to explore areas in this dumbass mode like this. But hey, I'll take a boost. Fuck it. It's not gonna be good if it incentivizes just continuing to fight enemies in a row in a short time like that. You know? Nothing to pick up here. Nothing around here. Oh,
Ho, ho,
somewhere.
ho.
ho, ho!
It's up on the archway. How the fuck
Ho,
am I supposed to
ho,
observe
ho!
that? From here, maybe? The only thing I can think of. We'll come back to that. Other than that, that's really the only... It's just the owl. Fucking love lettuce, man. It's so good on like a sandwich. Love it. Alright. Fishing. I'll do a little bit of fishing.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one.
Gauntlets, catfish, and green pike. Alright, do I have anything? Gauntlets, catfish. What about the, No, the only thing I
Now,
have
where
for
might
piranha is
those
the reserve
fish
for piranha.
be?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. So X and square is how I get the catfish.
Ha! I've got something.
I think I got it. Alright. Shit. Got it.
Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
Yeah.
There certainly are a wide array of fish on Dana.
2-star rarity, nice. Alright. Let's see if we can catch us that piranha. Might as well, I guess we'll just stick with this.
Where should I cast my line?
What the green pike? Look at that. Nope.
Ha!
No, it's
Time
not-
to
it's
try
not
a
here.
different spot. All right.
Fuck! Wrong button. There we go.
Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
Alright, so only thing left to get here is a green pike. I'll try a couple times to get it, I guess, but... Oh, fuck.
All right,
Press triangle-
once
I
more
pressed
from the
circle by
top.
accident. X triangle. Oh, I think that's the catfish. Let me see. I think that's the piranha.
All right, once more from the top.
Yeah. No more catfish and piranhas.
Time to try a different spot. Okay,
No,
change
I
of
don't think we're in
plans.
the fight this time. No.
All right, once more from the top.
No, I know it's the catfish again. Again, I think it's the catfish.
There we
but
go.
I'll try to reel this one in. If it's not the fight, then I'll just move on. Or I guess if it is the fight, I'll move on anyways, since I've caught everything. But this place has access to a fishing spot now. I get the feeling I'm probably gonna need to make some money soon.
That's not a fish I see often.
There certainly are a wide array of
Yeah, it's
fish
just
on
not a
Dana.
catfish. Yeah. Moving on. Tomatoes. Oh god damn it, I think the audio desynced again. Fuck, alright, hold on. Gonna have to fucking do this shit now. There we go. Alright. So now we go this way. Got some rice. Silver chunk. We sold for a modest price. Alright. Take a look down this way. That's a big piece of ore. Let's see what we can find there. An astral crystal. Let's go find that in the water. Let's see what we get here. thermal rock. Quite a bit of it. Zugos aren't the only thing you have to watch out for. Mother Dana can be just as cruel too. I'll do whatever I can to help them. Glad in southeast. Dude, this thing sells like all the fucking armor. Oh, did someone already? I assume Dolan, but did someone already use a fucking orange gel? Fuck, was that to sell? Did I accidentally sell all of my orange shells? Dude. I have to. I don't know what my last save was. I have to. Oh, that's depressing. God damn it, I can't believe I fucking sold all my orange gels. I will reload the save, but that means I have to fight through all those fucking saves again. Can I raise sheep? And I now have 4 spots. Okay, I know I raised cow last time because I got sheep. I got beef, rather. I forgot what else I had. I didn't pay attention. So I guess we'll start with the pigs. Fuck it. I know for a fact there were cows in the last group. Horse. And sheep. See if we can get some mutton.
Did we really just spend that much money?
We had to, Kasara, alright? I accidentally sold all of our orange gels. We had to. And also, like, make some new weapons, because, you know, new weapons are nice.
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
Fucking nerd. I wonder if there's some kind of bestiary we can look at. Probably is. Probably in the field guide. Yeah. Normal, unique, and gauntlets. I like how Law's in here as an enemy. And we did fight him technically. Same with Kasara and Dohalim. Mysterious swordsman. Alright. We still got some good buff going. New cup. See what's up with it. I think we did Xion last. And Xion would have been at the top.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
Next one
You're
down.
still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any
Yeah, I was
sense
about
if you
to
think
say,
about it. Studying
Why
the
do they even
very
teach
thing
you
you're being
magic if you
persecuted
weren't
for.
allowed to use it?
But that's what we did. Just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was astral arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah.
And that's
Poodle,
why people
let me know if you sense anything. I want to go back to bed.
Too bad. Alright. So you got this whole side still left to explore. I'm gonna take a break real quick. I can stretch my legs. My ass hurts. I think I might just get a big chair. But whatever. So yeah, be right back. Alright, let's move
Hey, what do you say we fight
This
that shiny?
on. There's a shiny board here too. Fuck you. Already fought that group. I'm surprised there's no Zoogles here. That's honestly kind of wild. Is he that?
Coming through.
Ready and raring. Raging star. Trigger Barna.
Take blood.
Take her out. Dazzling sting.
On your blood.
Igneous Desert.
In a bind.
Light after
Escape!
Into everlasting
Take this!
darkness.
This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! It's over! Dragon Swarm!
Shield and ring. Time to shine.
Soaring Light Spear!
Desperate, make it rain.
Yes.
Frozen?
Hammer.
Radiant light. Force of regeneration.
Slap the shot!
Regenerate.
Thanks! You're mine!
Make
It's
it
over!
rain.
Soaring Light!
Frozen?
Hammer.
Nice.
I feel sprightlier than before.
What is these? I haven't found one of these kind of Zoogles in a while.
Out of my
Wild
way.
to me. They're fast. But they don't have any specific element to them.
Beckon into
You're mine! You're finished! Negative shot!
Barna.
rending you apart.
They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious.
Soaring Light Spear! Devastation!
How about this?
You picked the wrong fight!
Piercing roar.
Now you see what I can do.
Ah! Take this! You're finished!
Show thy mystic mercy.
Dragon Swarm! Slap the shot!
None can
Look sharp.
Another incantation ruin.
Slap the shot!
This one's mine.
Elusive
Dragon
deity.
Swarm!
1,000 gales, carry you to shreds.
No further.
Gusty nails.
Crush!
Shield and ring.
Dragon Swarm!
Shine. Radiant
Ah.
light. Force of regeneration.
We did it!
My turn. Regenerate.
No escape!
Let us
Slap
take to
the
the
shot!
fray.
Saving this one.
Let us take to the fray.
Can't it? More where that came from. Celestial Hammer.
You're mine!
Look sharp.
You're finished!
Light Astral Energy.
It's over! Soaring Light!
Galactic Condensed.
Shit.
Negative distance. On your
Vanquish Darkness.
This one's all mine!
Take this. Dazzling
Slap
sting.
the shot!
Divine Strength.
Tiger
I'm
blade.
ready.
You're on!
Igneous
Yeah,
Desert.
and it's like fucking strike.
My turn.
I got no HE and I keep mashing my arts because I'm dumb. Item Professor. Faster HE recovery. You start casting resilience, increase linear damage. So then do this one first. Let's try and get that. That's important.
We can really make weapons with this?
It's bicycle things. No, we definitely fought that group already.
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
Retreat! If you know what's good for you.
It's over!
Thank you. Now we're not. Can't get out of this!
Falling storm! Divine!
Here I come!
Begin! Seismic rupture!
Eat dirt!
Elusive deity!
Take it!
Tornado drive!
Go.
Here I come! You're finished!
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! Not a chance! Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up.
Take this!
Igneous discharge!
Relax!
I can carve through armor!
Strike!
Lightning condensed!
I owe you one for
Here
that.
I come! Here I come! You're
Make
finished!
it rain!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Just slice right through it with your shield.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
I think that's the area explored. 'Cause if you go across this bridge, and just a little area with a camp.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
I like Sarah. I like her a lot. I know I've said that multiple times already throughout many streams.
Whoa! Get a look at this view!
Don't get so
Players
drawn
view.
into it you fall over now.
Tomatoes, the fruit, not the vegetable.
Ho 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 ho!
Alright, bandage.
Ho ho ho!
You guys know what I gotta do now, right?
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
I would if I could, Renwell. I would if I could. Let's see, where is it? Outfits. Shit. That doesn't look as dumb as the eye patches, but yeah, honestly, no, I can see that working with the right outfit, sort of like blind swordsman type thing. The eye patches, oh, I can put an eye patch. Well, I mean that's the thing that looks dumb there is that the eye patch clips through the bandages instead of being perfectly over it. I think that really makes it look dumb. Sure this shit over here wasn't able to flip. It went right past silver chunks. I can sell those for cash. I didn't miss anything over here, didn't I? I grabbed the chest. Yeah. Should be good.
So,
Your
Alphen,
choice, you have to
300
rest here.
years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once
Swear
I left
bucket over
Lenegus, the
your-
next thing I
your
remember
recent
is waking
memories.
up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep.
Cryo sleep.
They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related.
Yeah, Shion's probably her
Shion is
descendant.
nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you 1,000,000 times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
I thought that was
All but a select few
Obvious.
strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
yeah. Again,
It's certainly
I feel
possible.
like that's pretty
As for
obvious at
how,
this point.
I wouldn't know. But the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shion. I know we will.
Want to make sure I didn't miss any skits.
Good night, everyone.
I don't even get to talk to someone before going to bed. What if I want to become closer friends with, like, Dohalim? You know? Make sure there's no misunderstandings between us. Yo, that is quite the throne that dude has.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Yeah, I'm sure it broke Shion's heart when
Let's
her
go.
thorns.
We don't want to keep
actually
Shion
affected
waiting.
Alvin.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret
I think
treasure?
that's quite how that
Wait,
works, though.
you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false. Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
That's funny.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
At least
But
you
it
know
sure
it.
doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms. You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our past.
She will never say that again.
Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
Enjoy it while you can, Law, because she will never say that again. Alright. Wait, almost forgot. Supreme Winged Gauntlets. That's okay. Get you some nice ass gauntlets, Law. Maybe I should sell my old armor. I doubt I'm gonna be using it anytime soon, and considering you don't craft armor, I doubt you're gonna need it for any crafting. I don't know, man. You never know with this game. Not yet.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
See what else guys, yeah. Those look pretty nice actually. That white and black and gold. That's a nice combo. I forgot what I was gonna check. I was gonna check something I completely fucking forgot. Did I ever re-equip? No, I didn't. Rinwell's water shit. Completely fucking forgotten. This wasn't what I was gonna check, but... check this. I wasn't check. Can I fucking fast travel yet or not? Nope. Let me go turn this on.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Okay.
How are things going with the maple
Okay.
seals? We cleared them out. Your fish are safe for the time being. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's good. Means we won't go hungry now. are we?
Yes!
I really do love to fish, though. Nothing beats going out and casting your trusty
What?
rod. Oh, actually, we use nets to fish here. Way easier that way.
Really?
You what?
Hmm.
They prefer to fish in bulk, whereas you enjoy the thrill of a one-on-one battle. It's simply a difference in philosophy. If you ever need a fishing partner, I, for one, am always happy to accompany you.
Dohalim.
Oh, things are heating up over here. Looks like you caught a real keeper yourself, friend. Anyway, thanks for all your help with the main sequels. Now we can fish in peace. Sorry, just going. I'm sorry. You what? With nets? You fucking.
Dohalim, I'm going to look into some seasonal fishing spots.
By all means.
Leave the preparations to me as well. I'll bring the rods. Would you prefer your fish served grilled or raw?
I'll trust your judgment, Kisara.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Now let's move on. Kisara does not condone fishing with nets. Damn, this looks like it's gonna be a whole ass.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will.
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go. Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see.
You're a
You
good
hear
girl,
that, Ma? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear, right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
Cool. Cruelty-free annoyance. Guilt-free. Be annoyed by Dolly. Guilt-free.
Seriously?
Let's get some ass. No one has fire arts. We also don't have Shion. Shion was good against flying enemies, so yeah.
Is this a joke?
Take this!
Thunderfield!
You're mine!
Not in your dreams!
It's over!
To the duel of the arts! The waters of creation!
You're mine! You're finished!
Leave the enemy's
Eat
arts
dirt.
to me!
No complaints here!
I'm ready! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Damn it!
Ready and ready! Let me not sin.
Going down there! I'm ready! Devastate! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Alright.
So I still had room to grow.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you...
Oh.
Oh,
That's
Right.
so sad. That's so sad. Why you gotta make me feel sad, game? You know, we're on a fucking journey right now. I thought it was getting a little bit better. But nah.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
I can carve through armor! I shall ensure you survive this!
You're mine! It's over!
This one's mine!
Spear! You're on!
Far enough!
Here I come! You're finished!
Make it rain!
Yes.
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
When it's finally time to leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
You're mine!
Their armor interrupted! Make it rain!
Alright.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Now!
This
You're
one's
mine!
mine!
You're finished!
Lightning
Go in! It's here!
On your knees!
Take this! It's over! I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
To achieve such harmony.
Takes a singular will.
What's in here? An orange gel? I will more than happily take that. Only I can soul the 9 hack earlier. But that's rebuy them. So that way it's not progress. Let's go this way first. Oh, this is gonna be a shitty fight.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
You want me? Take this!
I'm not done!
I'm gone! Down! Not on my watch!
Benediction light.
Take this!
Heal!
Gateway Star Tiger Blade!
Take this! It's over!
Piercing roll! I'll take you all on! Ha!
Nice.
Slayer the Malisa!
You're mine! It's over!
Sleep now.
for that. Welcome. Let's get back into it.
You're mine! It's over! Radiant light! Take this! Regeneration! It's over!
This one! That's my cue!
Shut him down! You made short work of that.
I'm sorry. Having trouble keeping up?
Oh, I'm right behind you.
Waters have creeped.
Eat dirt!
Thanks! Thank you, Dohalim.
I only did what any other would.
God damn
I
it.
think you're nicer than you let on.
Here I come! Soaring light spear! Mirage! Try harder! My turn!
This one's mine.
It's over!
Wind after
Looking good out there.
Just getting started!
That's the spirit. Take no prisoners. Here, take it ready.
Dragon form!
Okay.
With this, I can become even stronger.
We're gonna end up using so much fucking CP in this area, I can already fucking tell. Man, these paths? Roll King Medicinal Gel that restores 100% CP. That is a scrumptious flavor that's fit for a king. Yo, that's awesome. Give me that gold gel right the fuck now. If I ever have to buy these, I imagine they're gonna be crazy fucking expensive. But yeah, these pads look way bigger on this map than they actually are. It's kind of crazy.
What's with that shining foe over there?
It's strong.
This one will be difficult.
It's a wandering, but okay, but I need a wall here to break through their armor.
Predict.
This one's mine.
I'll smash you!
This one's mine.
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
You picked the wrong fight!
Oh, back into the fair!
Glad you have your uses.
I'm ready!
Yes.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Back at us.
Soaring light spear! Mirage!
Leave the charge with me! With the gram! Ready and ready! Now, I'm ready!
Ringwell, frozen.
Hammer! Come on! The enemy will carve through armor!
We'll soon see about that.
I'm ready! Go me!
In an instant!
Impact block!
Alright. Fucking sick.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to get to another fight in time. Healing pebbles. Miss anything, did I? I hope not. Pineapple gel. Take that.
Go no.
You're finished!
Soaring blast!
You're mine! Be careful, everyone!
Can't
This
get out
one
of
isn't
this!
normal! Mirage!
Fuck.
Blast the shock! Here!
Allow me to help you.
Here I come! It's over! This one's Soaring light spear! This one's all mine! Take this! It's over! Take this!
Looking fearsome, Ringwell.
You must be rubbing off on me.
God damn it.
Let's kick some ass, kid.
Fuck. I was trying to get the blue strike. I thought
Radiant light!
press the button with blue to
You're finished! Soaring light spear! You're mine!
Going in!
It's over!
Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver!
Devastation!
Alright.
Looks like we won.
Well, there's a lot of Zoogles here. It's a whole party of these fucking things. Ugh. Alright.
Right here! I got it!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Dance in the wind!
Going in!
Feel!
Eat dirt!
Vanquish darkness!
No escape!
Get the fuck out of there.
Divine! One more time!
You're mine!
Far enough!
Take it!
Having your death, David.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Flaming meteor!
You're mine! It's over!
Here I come!
I'll blind you into dust!
Take this!
Elusive
It's
deity!
over! Soaring light spear! Mirage!
Look sharp!
Here I come! It's over!
How about this? I can do this all
We
day!
did it! Here I come! It's over!
Arrow squall!
Mirage!
We managed to turn the tide!
For now, but things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert. Light astral dance in the wind. Air thrust. Light astral
Alright.
Well then, I should probably
I ever grabbed the one on the
think of...
floor before this? Yeah. What was in that? Gold gel. That's what was
about
in
tonight's
that, right?
menu.
Got gold? I will happily take that. I will take that with such a fucking big smile. Thank you. Thank you. I will. Good to have that gold in my
I've never
bag.
stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower underneath this water.
You're welcome to try, but that water pressure would likely crush you to a pulp.
Don't leave. Tell me I'm joking. Don't let anyone have any fun. I need to swap these two. Here. Tell me, go off of the mosses.
Take this! I'll take you on it! You're mine! You did it! I'm just getting started! Eat dirt!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open! Demons descend!
Flashing bang!
Easy! Way to go!
I'm not done!
Take this! Now
Here I come! Triple demon bang! Dragon sword!
elusive deity! A new melody!
You're mine!
I'm ready! Go in! Take! Blow them away!
Nice.
Not a chance!
Those I
I'm not
mystic
done!
watch this!
Not the done!
Very circle! Don't suffer in silence. Yeah, appreciate the concern. I mean, yes, sir.
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Alright. I have livestock that has reached maturity. Fun.
Get your dreams!
Take this! You're mine! This one's all mine!
Like your
Should take care of this one first.
You picked the wrong fight!
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Shine!
You must. It's hard killing me. I'm merely doing what I can to help. Glad you're on up.
No further!
Here goes!
Leave the charges to me! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off. It's over.
Going where you want! Not in your dreams!
You're mine. It's over.
What's this?
It's on.
Feel
Do it! Do it!
Alright.
Take! Blow them away!
Wow! Look what I just found. Is it just me, or is anyone else peckish?
Out of my way!
Off right now. That's what that means. Also, completely forgot to fucking do this. I had to re-equip that.
for me!
I'm coming, Renwell.
I'm not scared! I'm totally
Eat
fine!
dirt. Okay, here I go. It's over.
Can you take it? I'm ready! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done.
It's over.
Tempest!
Throwing light spear.
Demon's Descent!
Flashing back!
My turn. You're finished. Devastation.
I keep mashing the button to work.
I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Fuck.
I can feel my power growing.
Take this. Omni mass.
Retreat if you know what's
Let's get rid of the fucking mages.
good for you.
Take this.
This one's mine! Not in your dreams!
Don't worry,
You picked the wrong fight. No escape. Double demon fang.
take this!
The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack.
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
Double demon fang.
Lightning condemned!
Armor won't save you! Raging
Take this.
Storm!
Last lift up. Take this. Soaring light spear.
All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Oh, I should swap these two, actually. Fuck. To deal with the monster.
Magnificently done.
Here I come.
Regenerate!
Take this.
I said I should swap these two game.
This one's all mine.
Light astral energy!
You picked the wrong fight.
Here goes!
It's over.
Sleep now.
Hurrah!
Down in there with the
Double demon fang. Take this. Double demon fang. Double demon fang.
What's this?
I'm ready!
Alright.
It was a close thing.
Big red fancy chest. Mighty guard. Right big made by combining thick iron plates. Even simply walking around inside of it takes a hardy physical toll.
This looks nice and tough.
Sure does. Sorry? Mighty guard. Why isn't it? Oh. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Rikisara. They're fucking the icons for their, because they both wear like armor. The icons for their armor is like, is so fucking similar, dude. I was very confused. Alright, the new armor for Kasara, that's cool. It's good for the tank to have as much defense as possible, for sure.
In the water's edge, I see but for a moment one Ganeth Harrows.
I hate to break it to you, man, but what you're saying isn't deep at all.
Yeah, law, not mincing words. Being straight up with dope. Yo, your poetry sucks, bro. Yo, I'll break this shit down. Earth Cape. Cape that masses Earth astral energy. The divine blessing bestowed upon it affords it a level of defense no ordinary cape could achieve.
We got some good equipment!
Yeah, we
I can't
did.
say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
I appreciate Law's enthusiasm, even though the cape is for Dohli and not for him.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even
What?
halfway? Are you serious?
That's no reason to give up now.
Yeah, just gotta buckle down.
That's the spirit.
It'll probably be best to just switch. Fine. You know what, let me try this. Not that. This. No, but the mage is slow. Fuck it, let's try it.
Right, here goes! Come not done!
Get behind me!
Let's down! Begin!
Not on my watch! Here it goes!
I'll work you through it! Take this! It's over! Double demon fang! It's on!
Denied! I'm ready! Blow away!
Wow! Demon's descent!
Flashing fang!
Not a chance!
Nothing knuckle! He can carve through armor! Let us take to the
You're
fray!
mine! It's over!
Eagle
Can you
Dawn!
take it? Dream.
Watch this!
Eat
Do
this!
it! Go, Halim! All yours, Kisara! We did it!
Magnificently done.
Dance on the way! On your knees!
Here I come! Rolling right spear!
Blow them away!
Now! Take
Switch
it!
to offense!
Soaring light spear!
Alright.
I feel sprightlier than before.
That went alright. I feel like the fact that I got new armor for Dokkan and Kisara, I feel like that's the game's way of being. You should probably keep these fuckers in your party for the time being.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
How can you smell them all the way from here, Law? We're in a completely different realm. There's one fucking powerful nose you got there. There are threats lurking just about everywhere inside this rocky labyrinth. Nothing to sell. No armor. Let's see if you can even weapons. talking that shit. Alright, so new weapon for Dopey. And for this, I need 2 Tempest Fangs. Revised Flashbang Shield. Alright. So everyone just has one more weapon that needs to be crafted. Lustrous Astral Crystals, Tempest Fangs, Lustrous Astral Crystals, and a few statue fragments. Alright. Find nothing with these. Yep, good. Wild Zools appearing and attacked your livestock. No, they attacked my chickens? Those assholes. Can't believe they attacked my chickens. Those pieces of shit.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Okay. We'll save here. And let's touch the light. Sense a mysterious power. Touch it? Yes. Fuck, I just realized what time it is. Let's see if we can finish this up real quick.
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Oh fuck, another dragon?
Doesn't
Does
look
that
like
count
we're
as a
getting
trigger?
past without a fight.
I would say so.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and
I
it's
don't know.
curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way.
It's wind, so we want to be using earth against it. Does Journal even have any earth arts? I don't think so. Nope. So party staying how it is. Ground Fang. I got my best armor on, right? You just got a fancy new pull that enhances Earth Art, so you're good. You are more than good. Find Crystal Knuckles. Find Rock Wall. And well, you don't matter. You don't have anything that enhances Earth? Nope. Okay. And let's just take off, well, go ahead and equip these. Destruction, Eternal Devastation, and just go ahead and take off anything that does wind off of the active members. Alright.
Your breath! While that thing seizes a talking meal! So let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us?
Hold on to your art. Here I move in.
Exploit the enemy's weakness! Can't get out of this! I'm ready!
the fuck is that? What's that breath? What's that do?
I'm on it. Rotating flame. Take this. Tornado drive. My head's spinning just watching you. I'll finish you here and now.
You picked the wrong fight.
Aw, two-shot eagle. Here, let go out. Take to the fray. Water snake wait. The everlasting gauntlet. Negative gate.
That
Its
breath
wings
was
are lighting
very
up.
unpleasant.
It's getting ready to attack.
Come on.
Such tremendous power.
Don't face it head on.
This one's mine.
Not done yet.
In a bind. Igneous shattering. Eagle. I'll smash you. This one's mine.
Broke its core.
It won't escape me. Eagle. Now here's the roar.
Here I come. You're finished.
This one's mine. Oh, now you're
Hunting your death this way. Then tonight's meal is on you.
Keep going. Oh, now I'm real mad. Tiger blade. Lion power. Igneous discharge. Far enough.
Your strike.
Going in. Igneous discharge.
Eat this.
I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous
Actually,
claw.
my attack still down.
Can you take it?
Never mind, just completely under my attack.
Ringwell.
Frozen?
Hammer.
That's that kind of does that.
Beckoned into everlasting dark. It's changing tactics. Have an ace up its sleeve. Take this.
Oh, it's pissed.
Such unadulterated fury.
Can you take it? Bestow thy mercy.
Thank you for that.
Just glad to be of service.
Well, let's get back into it.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
I'll face you. You're finished. Catapult away. Piercing roar. Bestow thy mystic mercy.
You can attack that core.
Here I come.
Why thank you, your lordship?
And will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, hey, let's not be hasty. Here, ready to go. Thy mystic mercy. I feel like me. Time to shine.
The earth throbs in pain.
You picked the wrong fight.
Its defenses are down.
I'll beat it to go. Swallow dare. Tiger blade.
No, speaking of that, have you ever been
Tell me about it later.
Attack time. Armor won't save. I'm on a roll now. Seismic rupture.
the fluidity of your movement is simply incredible. Use it to
Broke his core again.
All together, everyone.
Eagle cry. What's this?
Eternal devastation. You're mine.
Elusive deed.
You're finished.
Can you take it?
a thrilling performance.
Eternal devastation.
Eagle cry. In a bind.
Eternal devastation.
Switch top.
It's got their pissed off.
Ready and raring.
Eat dirt.
First strike.
Eternal
Silly
devastation.
Ringwell. Demon's descent. Flashing bang.
I think the sound got these things to it.
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistle
Definitely got
made it
these
through
things.
here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Shion needs us.
How are we still not there yet? It feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogel's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
How would you feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet?
Zoogle chow.
Law? Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Tovalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hootle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleland that way.
Until we magically sprout wings. Let's just watch where we're stepping instead, okay? Come on. Shion's waiting for us.
Definitely quiet. That's nice. Okay, randomly got magic deck for that. He got magic deck that can fly.
Retreat if you know what's good for
I'm like
you.
bait to them.
Don't mind if I do.
Eagle dive! Destruction! Do it! Ridwell! Demon's descent! Flashing fang!
Area equip. Well, you can re-equip everyone with their shit.
I'll finish you here and now!
Soaring light spear!
Eagle assault! Begin! Hook shot! Eagle ray! Tiger blade! I'll stop your movement! And I'll stop your life!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
Alright. Set on up. Looks like we made it. 'Cause that's the exit up there. Well, now that begs the question: what's over here? Well, that's a long ass fall.
Hey!
Are you insane? What the hell were you thinking? I thought we were gonna die!
One simply needs to be bold
fine,
and
we're
act
in
with
the water.
conviction in times such as these.
Did you know it was gonna be safe before you jumped? Because I sure didn't.
More or less. I figured there would likely be a basin here akin to most such waterfalls.
Don't just make people jump off cliffs on a hunch!
No one died. We're fine. It's fine.
Are we ever gonna finish climbing this ladder?
We're climbing a considerable height. It's only natural that it will take some time.
That's not the problem here.
We are getting closer to the top, aren't we?
You've just got to keep your spirits up, Rimla. Positive thinking is everything.
It's a big ass lager.
We finally reached the top.
My limbs feel like they're about to fall off.
Already? You kids need to train more.
She's right. We don't have time to catch our breath.
Someone's got a lot of pep in his step.
Right, here goes! You're mine! It's over!
You don't mind if I do. Hold on to your arms. Here I come.
Tiger Blade! Eagle Assault! Triple Demon Fang!
Eagle Dance! Tiger Blade!
An astral voice?
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
I'm ready! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! And done!
Let's keep up the pace!
You're
Don't mind if I do.
Soaring Light!
I'll finish you here and now!
Kitara, frozen.
Hammer! Reflect on that.
Not a chance! First it's over! Soaring Light Spear! Mirage! Solo Dance! Execute! Eagle Assault! Tiger Blade! Bloody Howling! Double Demon Fang! Take this! Do it!
Well, looky here.
So we just want almost there. Hold on. So I came that way. So I guess we're gonna end up dropping back down to where we were before.
Gotta break through! On your mine!
Armor won't save
I'm
you!
expert coming through.
Dragon Claw! Double Demon Fang! Eat dirt!
I'll finish you here and shattering pieces!
Make it rain! Run well!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Almost done!
Leave the enemy's arcs to me.
No complaints here!
Soaring Light Spear! Mirage!
Lion Power!
I'm not done! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Claw! Too fast!
Tiger Blade!
I'll trip it up.
Yeah, appreciate the concern.
The sooner you stop thinking, the sooner you can start
Make it
coping.
rain!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Citizen.
I'm gone!
Eagle Assault! Yes, I'm getting stronger!
Care to put that claim to the test?
I'd love to,
Comes
but I got
master.
this thing.
A pair of tangerine and teal percussion instruments, lovingly named Don and Katsu. Fucking, what's the name of this game again? It's a fucking rhythm game. I play the shit. I play a shit ton of it. So I have the Switch version of it.
You've collected an awful lot of those objects. You sure it's not just junk?
No,
Hush.
it's like an arcade.
Be
in
quiet
Florida
for a
with Rex
moment.
Dobby.
The pieces speak to me.
What?
These relics that have scattered about. I can hear them whispering, longing to reunite with their lost friends and become one again.
Really? Do you hear any voices coming from them, Rinwell?
What? No. Don't get me wrong. I'm really interested in these things too, but I'm not crazy.
But don't you sometimes mutter stuff like, "Come to me, astral energy," when you cast your arts?
You're right. Oh my gosh. Are Dohalim and I actually alike?
Its charm really shines through now that it's been
What's the
reassembled.
world? It's been
Its
shattered.
streamlined shape, its geometric patterns. This is no mere amateur's work.
He's in his own little world at this point.
You get just like him when it comes to weapons, you know.
You're right. Oh my gosh. Am I just like Dohalim?
Huh? Why are you guys so quiet all of a sudden?
All just fucking
I sense a
destroying
strange power
with
from
his-
this.
with his words. Yeah, we're back down here. So this is not like a... This not... I thought there was like a ladder or something here. But not. We made it to land of Noct, Ganeth Haros. We finally made it.
We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shion's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pellegion's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Haros means Fortress of Naught, though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, right through the front, guns blazing.
Land of water or no, this place has a most curious atmosphere.
I'd be taking a dip in it if the circumstances were better.
Sorry, but we have to push through for now. Shion is waiting.
Yeah, I hear ya. A soak can wait.
I sure hope nothing bad's happened to Shion.
Keep those thoughts to yourself, Rinwell. Everyone's anxious enough as it is.
Sorry. It's just... I can't seem to stop thinking about it. What do you think it is that Volron wanted with her anyway?
Going by what he said back on Almadria's ship, it would appear his primary target is Alphen. Though, it's likely he hasn't forgotten the blow he sustained at Shion's hand either. That might even be what ignited his interest.
Yeah, did you see the way he reacted? It was like he was enjoying every moment. Even his pain at Shion's thorns. Oh, that guy's just creepy.
Let's just hope he's keeping his perverted tendencies in check.
Law? Don't say things like that.
It's not like we weren't all thinking it.
That's still no reason to...
All right, you two. Now that's enough already. Alphen shouldn't have to grit his teeth while he listens to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
And this is going to be where we stop for today. We finally made it to... I've already forgot the name of this place, but we made it here. Seems like we're in the final stretch, honestly. It seems we're getting pretty close to the end. I guess it all depends on whether or not there's anything after this realm or not. Like, you know, maybe we go up to Lenegis after. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah. So I gotta stop here, unfortunately. Got to go to fucking work tomorrow. Wait. Yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, as always, I am having so much fun playing this game, and I can't fucking wait to play more of it. So next stream will be tomorrow, 8 p.m. It's gonna be Far Cry 6 with Couch Gabi. The co-op stream had to be moved to Tuesday this week because I'm not gonna be able to do one of my longer, slightly later streams on Friday, like I usually do. So the co-op stream had to be moved to Tuesday. So tomorrow is gonna be Far Cry 6 with Couch Gabi. I hope you guys are enjoying that. I have been playing it off camera a little bit just to progress my own save a little bit, just so I can get shit like the wingsuit and stuff that, you know, the game refused to give me when I was playing with Gabi. But yeah, so you know, it's gonna be fun times tomorrow. If you want, if you're having fun, you like what you see, please follow the Twitch channel. Click that follow button down below. I really appreciate it if you did. If you want to follow the YouTube, follow my Twitter, my Instagram, or subscribe to the YouTube rather. Follow my Twitter, my Instagram, or join the Discord. All those links will be in are in the panels down below. Also, if you want to listen to our podcast, the podcast I do with Rex, Gabi, Audrey, and Halo, look up Socially Awkward Syndicate on your podcast platform of choice. It may or may not be there, but you know, it doesn't hurt to look. And if you're watching the vlog on YouTube, sorry about the jump cut. It's going to be somewhere in the middle of this because of when the stream went down. And also, if you want to, all the links to all the shit I just mentioned, including a link to the Twitch channel, will be in the description down below. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have a good night. Just to recap, next stream will be tomorrow, 8 p.m. and it's going to be Far Cry 6 with Couch Gabi. If you want to come back for another Tales of Arise stream, that'll be Thursday at 6 p.m. Did I say 6 p.m. for tomorrow's stream? Tomorrow's stream is going to be at 8 p.m. Yeah, tomorrow's stream is going to be at 8 p.m. Then Thursday's going to be... Tales of Arise on Thursday is going to be at 6. But I hope to see you guys there. You guys have a good night.